You've probably heard the saying, jack of all trades, but it might be time to update that one a little bit. How about Jill of all trades? Right now, there's a big push to get more women into building and construction. So today, we're going to meet some inspiring women who are already carving a really successful path. So ladies and gents, listen up. Marissa, I think there's a bit of a perhaps outdated perception, but all the same that, you know, construction and building is a man's world. Is it a man's world?
I do think we have a lot of males in our industry, but things are definitely changing. We've had some really great statistics that have come out recently. Roles that the females are having in the building industry has really changed. So we're having a lot more professionals like engineers and project managers and construction managers and architecture and interior architecture. So there's some great changes. Probably the one area that we are still sort of not representative is in our trades. Within Master Builders, we have about 160 apprentices and we've got 8 female apprentices. So we're great, we're punching above our weight as a state to have female representation on site. But one of the things I think is really key is that people have a perception, and I'll be really, really honest. We have lots of females coming to us for an apprenticeship and they wanted to do it when they were younger. But they were put off and they've come back at 25 and said, yep, I'm confident enough to do that trade. So what we really need to do is change a little bit of the perception a generation above to turn around and go, what you're feeling or what your perception isn't actually what's happening on site now. We're very, very fortunate. We have a HiViZ Women in Construction programme here in South Australia. So we have access to a national mentoring programme. So we've had some great successes where we had a female plumber. She wanted to go into the next stage of project managing and doing big commercial construction. We didn't actually have a role model here in South Australia. So we paired her with someone in New South Wales who'd been there, done that and was successful. And now she's actually working for one of our members as one of their project managers.
Another woman adding her skill and colour to the industry is apprentice painter Shaylee Obridge. What is it like, obviously, being a female in an industry that's traditionally seen as like a man's world?
Sometimes it's a bit challenging with the older generation, but the newer generation are very coming to it and they're very excited, and you know, they're also really excited seeing me get as far as I have. It is not a man's job anymore. It is literally, anyone can do it. It's so possible, and any woman who wants to jump in should do it, definitely.
Not all women in the industry are apprentices though. Enter Carmel Siciliano Clem, Head of Creative and Design at Clem Homes. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do in the building industry?
My background's architecture and design. I'm an interior designer and I've done Bachelor of Interior Architecture.
And what kinds of things is it, like in a tangible sense, that you do when you're helping someone, you know, build their dream home?
So I sit down and first, right from the beginning, we work out what sort of style home they want, and we create mood boards and we take that to the architect, and then I'm pretty much there helping them select stone, bench tops, tiles, all the way to their final piece of their chair.
So you've had a bit of a career change coming into painting. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I've been in pharmacy for 10 years. Sort of needed a bit of a change, and I thought, why not try getting into the construction industry? And painting was the choice. I think I needed something new. I wasn't as excited about what I was doing anymore. And I sort of chose painting out of enjoying doing artistic stuff. And I was like, oh, surely this will be very similar. It's not, but that's okay. When I first started, I was a bit worried, like, oh my goodness, have I made the wrong decision? But no, I absolutely love it. It's been so good, and it's just, I'm forever learning. I love learning, and you know, I'm always learning here, and it's good.
There's lots and lots of support out there, and that's not just for a trade apprenticeship. That's across, you know, construction management, and some of the companies even have their own internal mentoring programs.
And so what would you say to, I guess, people who might be watching today, women out there thinking, oh yeah, you know, maybe I could give that a go?
I would say if you are a parent of a female or a male who's considering a trade, to pick up the phone and talk to someone from Master Builders. So even if it was a university pathway or a vocational educational pathway, we can help them and point them in the right direction. From a female perspective, we can put them in touch with people who may be already in that job that they are looking at doing, so they can get a real life experience of what is involved in that role. And sometimes by listening and getting rid of some of those little doubts, can put them on the right pathway.
So if you're watching this and you're feeling inspired or maybe even just interested to learn more, you never know, this could be your first step on a career to where you can really build something.